Hey, on this episode of How Do You Hot Rod, I take a trip to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the 2021 Dodge SRT NHRA Nationals to hang out with driver Clay Millican and the Parts Plus Motorsports Top Fuel team. I get to interview racers, stand behind an 11,000 plus horsepower Top Fuel dragster at the starting line when it launches, and David Freiburger from Roadkill even makes an appearance. So get ready, here comes How Do You Hot Rod at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hey everybody, I'm Randy Mann, and this is How Do You Hot Rod. So you know, when I met some of these folks, I had to ask a certain question. What might that question be?
Well, to me, how you hot rod is a way of life. I mean, you either love it or you're fiddle with it. To me, I love it. It's what I do. It's all I think about. It's cars, racing. I mean, obviously, this is how I make a living, and I pour everything into that. On the time I'm home, what do? I either go to a racetrack or I work on some project I got going at the house. And to me, it's what you do. You know, it consumes you, and every red light I leave from, I may not be squealing tires, but I'm thinking about cutting the light. So, you know, to me, how do you hot rod? It's just a way of life. It is 100% top to bottom. I love race cars. I love cars, period. And more than anything, I probably just love the acceleration, the feel of what it's like, but I love the people involved. If you're into cars, you have an automatic connection to those people, even if they're Ford people. I'm making a joke there a little bit, but you know, I just think that car people have something in common, even if they're on total opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to politics or whatever, which is something I never ever get into, talk about, period. You can find two people that are as far apart as can be, but if they both like cars, they can be buddies. And there's not a whole lot in this world that can do that. So to me, how do you hot rod is just who you are.
Alright. Mike, how do you hot rod?
I don't know, there's a lot of different ways. I mean, we're out here running the nitro car, that's a pretty big hot rod there, but then I like the early Ford stuff, like the Model A's, Model T. You know.
What do you have at home?
I've got a couple Model A's trucks. Okay. I've got a Roadster and a close cab.
Cool.
Actually, the close cab we did on American Hot Rod.
Ah.
So I have that. Cool. As long as it's fast, it spins tires, that's all that matters.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so David Freiburger, how do you hot rod?
Poorly. I hot rod poorly. That's actually kind of my shtick. Is I am not big into gritty because I feel like it's too stressful to have paint and nice polished things, stuff like that. I like stance, I like fast, and I don't worry about the rest of it.
I hot rod with my family.
Yeah.
You know, so we get out here and we've been racing. We've raced wheel bars or bicycles or foot race or whatever it is, but now we're racing Top Fuel.
All right, Steve. So can you tell me how you hot rod?
How do I hot rod?
My name's Steve Huff. I own Huff Motorsports in Seattle, Washington. And this is my hot rod. It's electric. This is the first hot rod, electric hot rod, to break the 200-mile-an-hour barrier in a quarter mile. Last May 2020, this car called Current Technology ran 201 miles per hour at the Tucson Raceway in May of 2020. And it produces, with 800 volts, an 800-volt battery, it makes 2,400 horsepower at 6,300 RPMs and 2,000 pound-feet of torque at 1 RPM all the way across. That's how I hot rod.
So, Bruno, can you tell me how you hot rod?
Well, how don't I hot rod? My whole life is hot rodding, for building it for people in Garage Squad or Truck U, or doing my own hot rodding. My own hot rodding isn't no street rod, it's a drag race car. And I'm blessed enough to have 4 of them and a lot of good people behind me to help me hot rod. So this is my world at the drag strip in the pits. Not shaving, not dialed up for TV. Actually get my hands dirty all the way clean in the
Hey Ryan, I got a question for you. How do you hot rod?
Well, that's a tough question because I've been hot rodding since I was born for the most part. Born in a bike shop, got my first motorcycle at 6. I think I crashed it the first day. You know, as I grow up, more dirt bikes. Parents didn't want me on motorcycles. No way you're gonna stop me at that point. You get me on a bike when I'm 6. I was hooked for life. So hot rod over here this is serious business. We do have a good time with it. It is 0 to 200 in almost, you know, just under 7 seconds. But how do I really like the hot rod? I like the hot rod right here. Let me show you this. This is Tampa Bay Race Rentals. This is a gig that we put together down in Clearwater that we started by getting rental cars from the airport. And we would go to the drag strips because we got a relationship with about everybody at the track, and we would go run these rental cars. And we did it last year at New Year's, and we had such a good time that we were still talking smack 2 weeks later, you know? And we decided, you know what? This is an opportunity for us traveling the country, going to all the cities around, to actually promote something that fans would come out and have not drag raced, get an opportunity to go and race down the track. I race in one of these cars, stock Mustang GT with drag radials, and it is exhilarating and actually way more fun than even this, because this at times gets scary, you know. But that is my current hot rodding situation. I went legit. Hertz, I had the Hertz Winter Nationals I put on a couple times. Now they don't rent me cars no more, so we had to go get our own cars. So that's it in a nutshell. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that we like to have fun, try to be responsible. When you're a young kid and you're out on the street and you're getting all those speeding tickets, and you get to go to a drag strip for the first time, and you're like, really? You're encouraging me to go faster, and you know, there's no mailboxes or curbs or speed traps. This is where it's at. So I love the tracks. I love the local little tracks all around the country, and I love going out there, and I want to go fast.
Hey Jamie, how do you hot rod?
Fast and furious.
Yeah, with a, what year Buick again?
This is a 72 Buick 455 car.
Still running a Buick engine.
Still running a Buick engine, numbers matching actually.
My name's Brian Warder. I'm from Auburn, Washington, and I drive a 1992 Camaro and Competition Eliminator. It's got a 300-inch small block Chevy. It weighs 3,100 pounds with a Liberty 5-speed, and we've gone as quick as 859 at 160 miles an hour. And we won the 2020 Division 6 Comp Eliminator Championship.
Cool.
So that's how I hop.
All right.
Jeff here from Tacoma, Washington, joint venture crew chief. It's basically just a family event. It's a second family to me, and it's a big chess game and competition eliminator, which is what we do. So we just have a good time out here. Just a real good time out here. So
All right. That's how you hot rod?
that's how we hot.
Frazzled this morning, couldn't get ready in time, couldn't get it all underneath my hat, so.
I thought it was the fumes.
Oh, fumes do everything else. This is a smile on your face.
Right down this
celebration zones.
Alright folks, thanks for watching this episode of How Do You Hot Rod. Keep watching because the next episode will involve the rest of my Las Vegas trip, which will include SEMA and a little trip over to Kingman, Arizona for some Route 66 stuff. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, you share, and you tell all your friends about this show. Have a good one.